Not many people know this about me, but I used to be a professional gamer. I used to play video games for 6 hours a day after school, practicing to become the best player in the world. I was on a semi professional team. I played a game called Valorant, if you guys have heard of it. And every day after school, I would hop on Discord with my team and practice or scrim until 10 at night. On the weekends, we'd play in tournaments. In total, I probably have 20,000 hours of video games played. Yeah, I was a loser. Originally, I came across self improvement to improve my consistency in the game. I discovered Hamza's YouTube channel and I started meditating and working out. This year, I've accomplished every 18-year-old self improvement junkie's dream goals. I've lost over 30 pounds. I'm so close to being shredded. I've read 20 books in 2023 and I got a girlfriend. I truly changed my life around. I went from 6 hours a day, antisocial, fat, bum, to so close to being shredded, social, and having a purpose and a mission. However, you may be watching this and thinking, I relate to old Thomas. You've tried self improvement and have gotten nowhere. You are still inconsistent in the gym, eating bad, purposeless, having no goals, making no money, and lonely, no social life or love life. You keep watching these garbage self improvement videos like 8 steps to unfuck your life or how to become him, no BS. Look what that's gotten you. Nowhere, right? I've watched countless self improvement videos on my journey, and I can tell you that 99% of them are garbage. Most of these videos just have an attractive guy on the thumbnail that you wish you could be like, and it baits you to click on the video. You're literally getting dopamine from attractive men on your screen. You're gay, bro. No, fuck that. I'm gonna tell you exactly how to change your life in 6 to 12 months. You will have the Greek god physique, get bitches, none of this soft female gay science bullshit, and be respected, what you actually care about the most. Let's waste no time. Let's start with standards. If you're okay with the sock on the floor, you're okay with not going to the gym. If you're okay with not going to the gym for a day, you're okay with McDonald's. How you do one thing is how you do everything. This is where the cliche phrase comes from, making your bed is the first step to becoming a millionaire. Even though it's cliche, it's true. It's not the specific action that leads towards the goal, but the mindset that builds it. It builds standards. If your standards is Whole Foods, you will look at McDonald's with disgust. Making your bed, washing the dishes, going to the gym are all small acts that compound into something greater. The famous phrase, 1% a day, right? Everyone knows they have to improve 1% a day. Everyone has read Atomic Habits, but no one actually does it. Your ego think that it's okay or it won't make a difference to not do that small act. Mediocrity is your ego thinking that it is good enough when it is not. Humans are animals. We are survival based creatures at the end of the day. If we don't see a threat to our survival, we won't act. We are wired to save energy for potential catastrophes, right? The problem with this is we aren't in the caveman days anymore. We don't see $5 in our bank account as a threat to our survival. So we're content with $5. We don't see eating junk food and laying on the couch as a problem until we develop a chronic illness. You have to raise your standards. If your standard is $100,000, you will see anything less than that as a problem. Rewire your brain to see threats to your survival. Make $5 in your bank account a threat to your survival. Make not going to the gym for 2 days in a row and eating a cookie a threat to your survival. Combine tiny changes and raising your standards, and over a 6 to 12 month time period, you will see major improvements. From Alex Hermosi, you get extraordinary outcomes by doing extraordinary things for extraordinary periods of time. It's the commitment to the act, not the act itself, that creates the outsized return. You don't have to do anything special. 90% of self-improvement is just not doing the bad things. Do ordinary things for extraordinary periods of time to get extraordinary results. If you surround yourself with people that are okay with being overweight, working a shitty job, having no purpose, goals, or ambition, getting wasted on the weekends, settling for a shitty relationship, how will your life end up? If you changed your searches from half-naked women, video game highlights, goofy prank videos, to how to make an extra $1,000 a month, eventually you would understand how to make money. Change the algorithm into your favor. You align yourself with the identity you consume of. Identity equals what you do plus what you consume. If you watch videos about how the world is in a mental health crisis and how everyone's depressed, you're gonna be depressed. If you consume mindless content, you will be a mindless person. However, if you consume solely money-making content, you will make money. People shit on the side hustle trend and use that as an excuse to remain in their shitty situation. The point of the side hustle trend isn't that you make extra money. It's that you rewire your brain to be more business oriented. You rewire your social media into only sending money-making content. Stop making excuses for yourself to escape the act. One of the best lessons I learned this year was everything is your fault. Your girlfriend is mad at you, your fault. Your business isn't making money, your fault. You aren't losing weight, your fault. You are depressed, your fault. Stop making excuses for yourself. The universe doesn't care. Nature rewards individuals that work through their setbacks. Stop dwelling and drowning yourself in your own problems. Play with the hand you're dealt with. Now, there's a reason why I put 6 to 12 months in the title. Because it takes time. You don't become anything in less than 6 months. If you see anyone with abs with under a year of training, that's how you know they're on steroids. The internet sets unrealistic standards. I've been working out for a year and I don't have abs yet. And it's not like I've been inconsistent or anything. I've worked out 6 days a week and on an 1800 calorie diet for a year consistently now. And this doesn't only go for working out. This is for every aspect of your life. Your business, your mindfulness, etc. The point of this is that you can't undo years of bad habits in 3 to 6 months. You cannot be rich in a year. You cannot be shredded in a year. Set these expectations now. Focus on the journey, not the destination. It takes time for progress to be made. Progress must be earned by consistent hard work for an extraordinary period of time. Plus, self-improvement is a lifelong game. This is why I don't like the word self-improvement. Because it has a different connotation to people. Self-improvement is your life. It is to be constantly evolving yourself. Focus on the journey anyways, because you're doing self-improvement for life. When you do it for life, you don't care that you haven't made progress in 3 months. But most people don't have this mindset and they quit 3 months in. Here's the main focus of the video now. The main reason why I don't like most of these self-improvement videos is that they don't focus on the big picture. If you aren't building your mind, body, business, or relationships every day, then what are you doing? Dan Co. Like, you seriously have to reassess what the fuck you're doing in your life if you're not building those 4 things. Self-improvement is health, fitness, spirituality, business, relationships, philosophy, self-education, happiness. People don't realize that self-improvement has many pillars necessary to become the best version of yourself. Mind, body, spirit, finances, relationships are all essential pillars that if one is not worked on, the whole building comes crashing down. It doesn't mean you have to focus on everything at once, but strive to improve everything. Don't be a businessman with no health, a bodybuilder with no philosophy, an artist with no money. Become all 3. Be a businessman, bodybuilder, artist with health, philosophy, and money. The most important pillar of self-improvement that everyone neglects is business. Business is the greatest form of self-improvement. A business provides purpose in your life. Without purpose, you can't do anything. Business is just what you do. I've said this before in other videos, so if you're interested in business and entrepreneurship, go check out my other videos. The key to self-improvement is business because without money, you can't afford to do the tasks necessary to improve. Without time freedom, you can't actually do the tasks necessary to improve. Business gives you what you're really looking for in life, like personal fulfillment, and business is just as essential to reach your desires: women, shredded body, respect, money. Self-improvement means nothing when you're forced to get a job that will wither away your time and energy to maintain. From Dan Coe, it's difficult to make time for self-development, spirituality, and non-survival based problem solving if your time is chained to a paycheck. It's not instant, as all good things aren't, but creating an independent source of income is a necessity for those that want more out of life. A main reason why you still fail self-improvement is also because you have too much time. You have no purpose. You have no mission. Even if you work out, diet, meditate, journal, read, groom, look smacks, or whatever, list all the self-improvement habits, right? You still have hours of your day to use. Most people use these hours that hurt their progress. You go out and get wasted, hang out with friends or girlfriend, go to being a couch potato and watching Netflix for 5 hours, or wasting your brain cells away on your phone. You waste these hours on activities that are contradictory to your goals. It's much harder to work out every day when you slump on the couch and watch Netflix for 5 hours. It's much harder to diet and read when you hang out with shitty friends all day. Again, from Dan Coe, if you aren't intentional with your time, the default option is to waste it. I'm not saying you can't hang out with friends or girlfriends or party every once in a while or watch Netflix every once in a while. But if you want more out of life, if you want to become the better version of yourself, you have to cut these things out. You only have a certain amount of energy every day. When you use that energy that drains you, you can't sustain good habits. When you use this energy on building a business instead, it becomes much easier to work out, read, diet, meditate. Now, I'm not telling you to become that entrepreneur that works 14 hours a day. That's not entrepreneurship, that's self-slavery. You can build a business with less than 4 hours a day working on it, which we'll get into later. The benefits of building a business: personal fulfillment, purpose. Cures boredom, you're busy doing something you love. Personality, you aren't wasting your time on social media, so you actually develop a personality. Women are attracted to men that have a mission, shows ability to provide. Happiness, dopamine for creation and progression. Freedom, financial, time, location. Finances, you make a shit ton of money. Respect, people respect your hard work and accomplishments. Now, this is the stage where you may start to question self-improvement, because the hard truth is that you will have to make sacrifices. You have to say no to hanging out with friends, partying, junk food. But ask yourself if sacrificing those things are worth health, women, money, freedom, respect, sense of worth, sense of purpose, true happiness. Self-improvement is just opportunity cost. Give up the junk food and partying for an amazing shredded physique that women crave and men respect. Give up hanging out with friends with a business that will allow you to be free. Travel wherever, buy whatever, do whatever. Without a business, you have so many empty hours that you just waste on bad habits, which makes it even harder to stay consistent with your good habits. Then, if business is the most important pillar of self-improvement, why should I focus on the other pillars? Like I said before, you need all the pillars to have a standing building. You can't build a business with junk food. You can't build a business with a bad body. Working out, dieting, meditating, journaling are all essential habits that make working sustainable. Again, from Dan Coe, quality input equals quality output. If you fill your body with shit foods, your mind with shit information, guess what's going to happen? Shitty input equals shitty output. Now I'm going to repeat this again. Self-improvement is health, fitness, spirituality, business, relationships, philosophy, self-education, happiness. Business just happens to be neglected by the self-improvement community when it is essential to growing as a person. Now I'm going to give you some actionable steps that you can take to actually start changing your life. Remove all distractions, delete social media, use only for creation, no consumption allowed. Dedicate 1 hour to the gym no matter what. Put your health over your work. Start learning a skill. Use the 4-hour workweek method. And read, listen to podcasts, watch educational content. Fill your mind with ideas. Now let me explain the 4-hour workweek method. Most research shows that humans have 4 hours of deep focused work every single day. Plus, who wants to self-enslave themselves and work 12 hours a day? The goal of a business should not be to consume all of our time. It should free up our time and allow us to do whatever we want. All you need is 4 hours a day dedicated towards your business. From Danco, if you can spend 8 hours a day building somebody else's dream, you can spend 1 hour on yours. Hold the excuses. I split the 4 hours into two, a learn block and a work block. Your work block is where you do the hard work. When you're just starting out, you have no idea what to do. I recommend watching my Path to Freedom video as I go into a lot of depth, but I'll keep it brief here. You can go watch that video after this one. If you don't know what to do, just start learning a skill. Don't overthink it, just choose one. Video editing, writing, photography, photo editing, videography, just choose any of them. So you're going to spend 2 hours learning and implementing the skill, and 2 hours filling and educating your mind with books, podcasts, and educational content. Example, a daily schedule for you will be 2 hours video editing and 2 hours watching video editing content, books about influence to make your video editing more influential, etc. This is what I call the 2-2 learn work block split. I guarantee you if you do this for a year, you'll have so many different business opportunities and ideas, and you'll have a bright future ahead of you. If 4 hours is too much, then divide it into two. 1 hour of work, 1 hour of learning. Minimum is 2 hours. Like the tweet I showed before, if you don't have 1 to 2 hours to work on your own dreams, you need to get your priorities checked. Stop the excuses. Everyone has a minimum of 2 hours to work on their own life. And lastly, this is your life now. Again, if you don't see yourself doing this for the rest of your life, then reconsider your goals. Working out, building your business, reading, meditating, journaling are all lifelong practices. Not something you just do for a couple weeks then stop. If you don't see yourself doing these practices every single day, then don't do self-improvement. Stay where you are, mediocre and sad. Self-improvement is forever. You commit for life, not months. I hope this video helped. I recommend watching my business and how to start creating videos if you like this one. That's all for now. Now watch your life transform in 2024.